Welcome to the Biz for Good Show, where we highlight misfits, outcasts, and renegades for the being good and doing good movement. We spotlight people that are changing the world by having integrity and honesty and creating an environment of connection, thus showing the true secret to success and creating a life of greater impact. So come on board and create your own Biz for Good life.
Welcome to the Biz for Good Show! Welcome. I am your host, Bobby Glenn James, along with the Ryan Pilkington. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ryan Pilkington. And of course, today, an amazing guest, episode 101. Ryan, tell us about the guest today!
Yeah, we're at 101, Bobby. 101.
Tell us about the guest.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, thanks for being on the. Thanks for joining us for episode 101 on the Biz for Good show. Today we have an amazing guest, Jordan Boys.
Jordan Boys, ladies and gentlemen, the Jordan Boys of small town Canada. What's the name of your town?
Saskatoon.
Say again? Saskatoon, ladies and gentlemen. Saskatoon, way up there in a very cold space, right? Is it getting cold up there yet?
Yeah, getting there.
It's getting there. It's only about 10 below today. It's nothing really bad, right?
About exactly what it is, actually.
Are you kidding me? I was joking.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 10 below. Oh, my gosh. And I was complaining about 37 this morning in Utah.
Wow.
Celsius. So that's
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's not too bad.
Wow.
You scared me.
Yeah. We got to do the conversion. We're gone international, Bobby.
Yes. Well, welcome to the show, Jordan. Tell us about it. Ryan.
Yeah, so episode 101, having the drive before 35. Jordan is an amazing guest here, and I'm going to have my key grip, my control guy, give the bio today.
Sweet! Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric Jacobson!
An award-winning realtor, Jordan Boys is only approaching his 8th year in the business, having been the overall top producer at Hallmark Realty for the last 4 years. He recently broke the all-time sales record for the company. Appearing as the cover story of the Real Estate magazine in April of 2014, he attributes his success to great communication and availability, constantly staying on top of the market, continuous learning and coaching, great customer service, and an extremely high work ethic that he implements throughout the team. Whether it comes to buying, selling, building, or finding your first rental property, not only does he have the knowledge and experience, but also the resources to help you with anything you may need.
Awesome. Welcome to the show, Jordan. We like to say welcome to the Biz for Good show, where two fun and adventurous entrepreneurs are sharing their experiences of the real secret to success in business, doing all things with a be good, do good mindset. There is so much bad noise in the world. Let's fight against the noise by flooding the world with the good. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Instatonians. Facebookians, all of that great stuff. And of course, subscribe to the podcast. We love subscribers. There's a lot of podcasts out there. We know there's a lot of podcasts, thousands of podcasts. We love our fans, and we want to make it as interesting and as fun as possible, because sometimes people think business is boring. Can you believe that, Ryan?
Yeah, it's boring sometimes.
It is not boring. Business is insanely engaging and crazy and nuts. And I mean, there's so much crazy stuff when you own your own business, when you're out there kicking it and creating and doing all this cool stuff. It's a blast if you listen to the right people. So you're at the right place if you actually want to be engaged, connected, and learn about this crazy be good, do good thing that we've been talking about that we thought was a no-brainer, but of course we found that more people need to scream it from the rooftops. Do good and be good, people!
Also, we want to reach out to the people in California that are going through the fires. We pray for them, and we want them nothing but the best. And those families that lost lives and their homes and are homeless right now, we want to send out our prayers to them.
Absolutely.
And all those that are suffering in the world today. For
Absolutely.
sure, because there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on. And there's a lot of good people out there helping them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
All the firefighters, all of the people that
responders.
sacrifice their lives that are there to do things for others. And there's a lot more of that going on than the news will let you believe. But we know for a fact that there are good people in this world, and we're highlighting them every day. Awesome. Builder All to Millions, your digital marketing platform to create your own websites, your own sales funnels, webinars, everything you could possibly think of that you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on, you can do with Builderall yourself. We know there's a lot of DIY people out there, but they don't know how to do it right. Builderall2millions.com will help you out. Builderall2millions.com.
And they
love those guys.
They have a great price point. Like if you want to just dip your toes in waters and try some things out, it's not going to break your bank.
Absolutely. Starting at $9 a month for all of that, or $10 or something.
$9.99.
$29. This stuff is crazy. So builderall2millions.com.
All right, we're gonna
Jump into the show.
We're gonna throw a kinker in it.
You're throwing a kinker?
I'm throwing it.
You're throwing a kinker.
Kaboo-ba-choo.
That calls for a sound effect.
Kaboo-ka-choo. No, that's
not the right one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are you throwing in there, Ryan? What do you got?
The Google Challenge.
Oh my gosh. We're doing the Google Challenge.
With no prep on our part.
With no prep on our part or Jordan's part. So, Jordan, we have just decided, or Ryan has just decided to throw us a curveball. We have not told you about the Google Challenge. What happens is we are going to pit you, Jordan Boys, against Google. Are you up for the challenge?
Let's do it.
All right. Woo!
He has taken the challenge. You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. He has taken the challenge. So we are going to take the title of the show and we are going to put it into Goodle.
That sounds mentabulous.
Yes, we're going to Goodle. That's a
Crazy.
new word, Goodle. If you really want a really cool search, go to Goodle.com.
Goodle.
Goodle. So we are putting in having the drive before 35 into Google right now. We are putting the title in. Okay, now to make this interesting, Jordan, just so you understand, with Google, we don't like page 1 or page 2 because everybody goes there. So we always go to page 3 to find out the real goodness of the question. So, and it's also easier for Google to get it wrong. So, but Google usually gets it pretty good. So we're going to go over what Google says. You're going to agree, disagree, and then put your 2 cents in there. Sound good, Jordan?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. How much money you need to save by the time you're 35? That is the top of Google for having the drive before 35. Oh, okay. We'll see what this says. So, where are you going, Ryan? Where? Oh my gosh! So, over on Twitter, Ryan will not keep it. He will not keep it still, so I cannot read it. I understand why people are poking fun at it, as Market Watch notes in its. Okay, this is lame, Ryan. Let's
Yeah.
find some good information here. Scroll down more.
Scroll down.
Even more.
There
How to save, oh my gosh, how to save double your salary. So what can you do? Basic personal finance rules apply. If you have a 401k, contribute up to the employer match and then some, or open an additional account. If you don't have a 401k, open an IRA or a Roth IRA, cut out extraneous expenses, automate as much as you can, and be aggressive when pursuing jobs and asking for a bigger salary. So my 2 cents is this is the old school thing that they're always talking about. How do you feel about that, Jordan?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it still probably has its place for the most part. It sounds don't know, sounds legit. We don't have 401k in
I was gonna say.
Canada, so I can't. There's different retirement savings plans depending on, which route you go here, but I can't speak too much to a 401k.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think this is gonna work.
I agree with most of it.
But you agree with cutting corners, finding a good job,
Cutting costs, maybe.
Yeah, cutting costs. Well, yeah, I guess corners maybe not. Yeah.
How about in regards to real estate?
Yeah. So what's your take on this this question?
With real estate?
Yeah, having the drive before 35. Just that question itself.
Sorry, I'm not sure I'm quite understanding the question.
So having the drive before 35 is the title of the show today, and we're assuming that you got your drive and kicked it out of the park and became as successful as you are before you became 35 years old. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'd say so. I started. I mean, I am, I guess, seen by maybe others in the industry as being successful, but for myself, there's always, I guess, a bigger goal or a target ahead. So it's just kind of like what's happened yesterday's in the past, and we got to keep plugging ahead to get where we're going next.
It's funny because most ultra successful people usually say that same statement. You know what?
Yeah,
it's good that I've made what I've done, but I still got to go more. I got to do more.
Exactly. You just got to keep pushing forward. So I'm pretty driven that way. It's just that it's never, and it's I wouldn't say it's dissatisfying ever. Like I take great pride in my work and I love what I do, but the never being complacent and always pushing ahead. I mean, it has its challenges at times, but
it's also what moves you forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Is there anything you could give the listeners to kind of connect with that? What do you think gave you that drive?
I've always just been very business minded, so I'm just interested in all aspects of it. Real estate was I kind of just stumbled into it. I had no real plan of getting into it when I was younger, and then from a past career choice, I kind of got led into it. I used to play poker professionally from about age 21 to 25.
Wait, whoa. Wait just a second. So before you got into real estate, you were a professional poker player. That means
so I used to work at a like when I graduated when I was 17 and moved to the city, and then started kind of a warehouse job, and met a buddy there that was playing poker, and he's like, "Man, I'm quitting my job right away. I'm making more playing an hour after work than I am coming to work." So he kind of taught me, and then I quit shortly after him, and then we started playing online, and then we'd do a few, World Series of Poker and World Poker Tour in LA, and
a
few things like that. So we were doing it online, and then what was known kind of in the poker industry as Black Friday happened in about 2009 or 10, because lots of these sites were operating offshore, right? So in Canada it was legal, in the States it was not. I go to log in one day and it said they've been seized by the FBI.
Man.
So basically we could still play in Canada, but the problem is now all the players are gone, right? There's nobody left to play against. So it's kind of sitting there at 25. I had no education and no job, and I was like, wonder what I'll do now. And real estate it was. So I always had an interest in real estate, not as much in the selling and buying of it, but more the development and investment part of it. So I jumped in, and I've been doing it ever since.
Oh, wow.
So what did the early days look like in real estate? I'm just curious. I mean, did you get a win that really moved you forward, or was it just a gradual step by step? I mean, what happened?
It was Yeah, a bit of both. So it was, I mean, it went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. I mean, I never got into it with the understanding that I was going to fail, but from hearing what people say, how the first couple of years are, how tough they're going to be, and 85 or whatever % of agents don't make it, obviously gets your guard up a bit. So I went at it like extremely hard. I was doing an insane amount of open houses. I was doing 6 a weekend for 6 months straight, just meeting people and building up a database of people. Like when I started, not being from the city, I didn't know a single person here. So I just went out and did it. And then the very first person I actually met at my very first open house bought a house from me. So
Wow.
that was about 10 days later. And then I sold a couple more and then picked up a few developers and went from there. I think ended up doing about 88 transactions in my first 10 months or so.
Wow.
Wow. That does sound a little, that doesn't sound like the norm. What do you contribute that to do? What?
Sorry?
What do you contribute that to? How come you got that and other people don't?
Follow up. I think that's the biggest for me. Like, it's not, I don't know. I'm not that I'm going to hound you, but you're not going to forget about me. Like, I'm going to, you're not going to like leave and be like, oh, who was that agent I was working with, and use someone else. Lot of follow up, a lot of persistence, and a lot of long hours.
So you said in your bio something about customer service, and I think when we talk about being good and doing good, that usually is the portion or the piece that connects with people. Would you say you have connected with people to assist them and have kind of used that as a mantra to how can I help these people get the home of their dreams or the business or what have you?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's the customer service part, I think, well, with any business, but ours especially, is so key. Like, you see, we do a lot of like funnels and Facebook and Instagram stuff, but for the most part, we're not, the old school paper billboard advertising. I feel that if you were doing that after years in the business, it's because you constantly have to be spending money to find new clients. If they just, a lot of people understand that if you just take care of your current clients, that they're going to basically be out there working for you, right? So we get a call almost daily or every 2 days. Someone's referred someone to us, or we've sold them the house 3 or 5 years ago and now they're reselling. And it's just so much easier to take care of your current network of people than to constantly try and fill it back up.
Yep, that's what we're talking about.
We're always trying to fill it with new people, but I mean, keeping the ones we have happy is just as important.
Absolutely. It makes a difference. We talk about that all the time, that you can be slimy and make a lot of money. You can be aggressive and make a lot of money. You can be manipulative and make a lot of money, but you can't keep consistent clients that way.
No, and that model of, like, sure, I could go out, or anybody could, and screw over a few people and get a commission check, but we're also in a population of only about, with surrounding areas and stuff, about 300,000 people.
Whoa. That's not very many.
Word travels very fast if you're doing that. So you could probably survive for 1 or 2 years, but then it's going to turn on you very quickly, I think.
And how long have you been in the industry now?
2010 I started, and then 2015 I went out on my own and opened our own brokerage.
Wow. So 8 years, 3 years on your own.
Yeah, 3.5 now. I think it was May.
Oh yeah, it's almost
May
19.
So.
Oh wow, that's cool. So
Yeah,
this is kind of a first time thing. We actually, the fire alarm is going off in the building. Would somebody like to look outside and verify that the building is not burning down? What we said, what happens on the show stays on the show. This is pretty weird.
Perfect.
So I would just like to know that the building is in okay.
Intact.
Are they testing, or should we leave?
Hey, we go down with
Don't
the
shut
ship.
that door. Sorry, man. This is a first on the Biz for Good show.
We'll have to edit maybe.
Is people running out the door or anything?
People are leaving slowly.
People are leaving slowly?
I don't see
So should we leave, you think?
Probably for precaution.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Jordan. Is it okay if we go find out what's going on? We're gonna pause
No
the show and make sure we don't burn down.
Probably a good idea.
Can we connect with you here in just a minute? Are you cool?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna leave and we'll be right back. We're right in the middle of the show.
This is intermission.
Yeah, this is intermission. Okay.
Please see your
All right.
concession.
We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's go. Oh my gosh, you're still there. Awesome. So the fire department came and they just motioned us back in.
False alarm.
We still don't know what was going on. But we've lost Ryan.
Oh,
He went to another building to use the bathroom. Just as he left, they were motioning us back in. Oh my gosh, that has never happened before. Wow, how crazy was that? Interesting. Okay. Where were we at? Thanks for hanging on, man. Thank you so much for hanging on. We have another guest that's supposed to be coming on here in just a second, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do. They're supposed to be coming on the same deal. So we went over kind of what you're about and stuff, and so
yeah. We were just talking. I think customer service and keeping your current clients happy instead of constantly looking for new ones.
right. And so can we ask the question that we always ask people is, what does Biz for Good mean to Jordan Boys? What is Biz for Good? Doing good in business. What does that mean to you?
Few things. I mean, first, doing good in business, take it from a financial standpoint. When you have, not that the agents are necessarily dependent on me, but I mean, because they're all independent contractors and doing their own thing, but you start to get relationships with them. You're around them all the time. They almost become kind of like a family to you. And then my staff too, right? So there's a certain amount of having to make money and maintaining profitability so people can keep their jobs. Sure, they could go get hired at another firm, but we'd lose all our staff and stuff like that. But with it comes, I heard a long time ago that if you're doing well and you're doing well financially, it is your duty to give back. So we try to get involved in a lot of charities and fundraising events. I sit on a few nonprofit boards like Big Brothers and Sisters of Canada and stuff like that, just to volunteer my time and give back to the community. So I think it's a mix of, I mean, making money, of course, that's why we're all in business, but then also giving back and helping your community.
That's what it's all about. Absolutely. Awesome.
Good. Yeah. Have to have balance, but of course you got to make money or you can't give back.
Well, exactly. We talk about that all the time on the show, that the more money you make, the more good you can do. You know, not making money does not, that just makes you not be able to make a bigger effect. Even nonprofits make money. I mean, nonprofits that run make money to do more good. Yeah. So
grants and fundraising, and for sure.
So is there an action item that you could give our listeners, something that they could take and use, a business action item that they could use to assist them maybe?
If it was a piece of advice given to me a long time ago, and it's kind of cliche and a little weird, but it would be the mentality of business over bottles, in the meaning that most people are living for 5 p.m. on Friday so that they can go out on the weekend. And I think that's where you really separate yourself, is if you're putting in 10 or 12 hour days on your Saturday and Sunday, I think you're going to just be so far ahead of the curve of everybody else. Because from what I see, people just aren't doing that.
And don't you think
the
that
weekend is party time and relax time, and the guys that are out there hustling have such an advantage.
don't you think it matters? So we got our next guest coming up. We just had a fire alarm, so we've been out there for 20 minutes, and we still have our other guest. So can you hang loose for just a little bit? You want to come in and have a sit? You can come in and have a sit with us while we're finishing up our guest. So anyway, I love that. That's super good advice. And I think, doesn't it have to do with, and I think you said it before, don't you have to kind of love what you're doing to do that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm very fortunate that I'm able to, with my work and my staff and everybody involved, have become our friends, because we do work a lot, so they're the people you're around. But so to go to work every day with my friends, making good money and doing it with doing a job you love, I think certainly makes it a lot easier to keep putting in the hours. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Never. I mean, yeah, you have your stresses and your ups and downs, but never am I getting out of bed in the morning dreading that I have to go to work.
And that is the key.
I felt that way for years.
There's so many people that do, and I have a mission that we want to get people out of that. Find some passion. Then if you're following the money, a lot of times when the going gets tough, you'll get out of there. But if you're in the
follow the passion, and then the money will come.
Absolutely. Jordan, thank you so much for being on the show. Do you have any links and stuff that people can get a hold of? Our listenership is all over the world. Basically, we have quite a few listeners all over.
Yeah, if you want to track me down or chat, you can just go to my website. It's jordanboyce.com.
jordanboyce.com.
Yeah, same with Facebook. It's just my name, and Instagram is just Boys Jordan, just backwards.
Instagram, Boys Jordan.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan, for being on the show and doing what you do and loving what you do and being a powerhouse in the world of real estate that you're in. And just thanks for wanting to be connected with us. We appreciate it. Uh-oh, we've lost you. We've lost the audio for some reason. That's weird. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Hold it just a second, Jordan. All right. Can you hear me? You can't. Hold it just a second. Ooh. I'm gonna fix this up. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, Jordan, we like to send the show off with a quick hashtag Be Good Do Good. We do it 3 times, and we get louder and louder as we go. So hashtag Be Good Do Good. Hashtag Be Good Do Good. Hashtag Be Good Do Good.
I'd yell too, but I have an office full of people, and they might.
Can you turn on the mic? Turn on that for a second.
You bet. Yep.
So thanks, man, for being on the show.
No problem.
We'll our producer will get a show when you're on. It'll be probably in 3 weeks before it airs and all that good stuff.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Sorry about the craziness. This is the first time. You gotta love it. There's always something. Man, I appreciate it. Take it easy, man.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
That was freaking so weird.
Was it recording that last bit there?
Oh, yeah. This part was.